Hey guys, we're back with Route C.
We've confirmed
It didn't
that
take
the
a screenshot
network
this
core
time.
units
Yeah,
known as
yeah,
Adam
what the
and
hell?
Eve have been destroyed. The enemy's chain of command has been thrown into complete chaos. As such, humanity has chosen to seize this opportunity and launch an all-out attack against the machine forces. Of course, the forces of Yorha will participate in this endeavor. Remember your pain. The pain of having your homeland stolen. We will never give up our
I
struggle.
believe this is the bit that the
We
preview
will
was going to
take
show
back
us.
the seas, the
So,
skies, the
like,
land.
Completely
We
unnecessary.
will take back our world from the scourge of the machines.
So now we got
will not
snazzy new
fail in
armor
this
with
mission.
pants.
Here and
Wow.
now, we will put an end to this goddamn war. Glory to mankind. Glory to mankind.
You know what also would be pretty motivational?
I like that she has like giant blocky like high heels.
Yeah, that's annoying.
They're like combat stilettos.
I'm now considering the possibility of the possible motivation of just going, you know, we're all that's left. We've got to kill them so they don't kill us and we can continue to live. Fight, guys.
I mean,
They already got all the humans. We're it. We need to win.
no, you can't just tell the people the thing they've been fighting for is dead, is gone. Like you run, and these robots are like fucking too emotional.
I mean, then they can fight for themselves.
No. Aside from 2B, like a lot of the Yorha androids we come into contact with are like way too human for their own good. So the majority of them would just give into despair and like fucking give up. That's what humans do in the Drakengard verse.
Oh, okay.
It's a very bleak world.
I'm just trying to picture if it was me, and I imagine I'd fight harder if I was all that was it, instead of like.
I'm pretty sure you wouldn't.
Oh yeah, I would.
Those are your orders.
It takes a lot of
The
like
scanners are
mental
going to hack
strength
into
to be
the
able to
enemy's
overcome the
anti-air
despair like
system and
that.
shut it down in
I
advance of an
don't
all-out
think. I think
assault,
I think
right?
very few people
That's
can do
right.
I mean,
Good
biggest
job, 9S.
biggest
Why are you talking to me like
motivation
a
is
child?
to survive.
What? That must
Trumps
be your
all.
imagination.
it. Well, it also doesn't help that we're that this is
Look
war has
for
been going on
machines that are
forever.
receiving
And
signals
it's
from
like
the anti-air system.
Yeah.
They should be
it's
located
basically
in
an
elevated
eternal war.
areas with
Like,
good signal reception.
I mean, as far as the
I pulled
individual
up the
troops
general
are concerned.
positions of the machine life forms you need to hack.
Roger.
That's what they fight in Diablo.
So before the fight, I need to run
Please
around and hack
refrain
some
from
stuff.
destroying the target. If you do, another one will simply take its place.
No killing the target. Got it.
Oh, what's that? What's that movie where you weren't supposed to kill the aliens because then they just rewind time and get smarter?
Happy Feet?
Nah. Fucking. It had Tom Cruise, right?
Finding Nemo?
Let's see.
Oh, the Edge of Tomorrow or whatever.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's getting a sequel.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of interested in that.
Yeah, like the only way. Are you in the wrong? Oh no. Yeah, like the only way to beat them was to not kill any of them, make it to the queen, and then.
Well, you couldn't kill like
Oh, the alphas or
yeah,
something.
like the advisors or the upper level dudes.
Certain ones had a weird temporal effect and would make it worse if you killed them.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
I see your hacking was successful. Way to go!
You're totally treating me like a kid.
Now move on to the next one.
Fine.
Like,
So we knocked 12% off their air defense system level by doing that.
seriously, the support, the technicians do all of the work.
I mean, 9S does a lot of work, but 9S is like super cool.
Yeah. I thought you.
Sure.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I thought you fell off of that.
Yeah, I did, and I recovered, and then I recovered from the from the recovery.
You anti-recovered.
The target is thought to be in a high location with good network reception. Try examining the rooftops of buildings.
I mean, that's what I was going to try when I couldn't walk through to the red square. circle. But yeah, thanks, operator.
Anyway, I was telling you, like, much earlier today, and I suspect a lot of people will be interested, that... Why did that ball just stop? Whatever. That Dynasty Warriors 9 is going to be open world.
Defensive
Yeah,
system
I'm,
operation confirmed to be declining.
Almost there.
I don't... I mean, I'm against the idea that making anything open world, like, is good. Because I've been saying forever, people, how come we don't have an open world, you know, Dragon Ball Z game? How come we don't have an open world, like, Naruto game? Like, 'cause
Yeah.
open world is not an inherently good thing. Especially when it's done, like, Ubisoft style.
Right.
But I was telling you that I think Dynasty Warriors, because it's a game about, like, territories changing and big armies fighting and whatnot, I think that you could do meaningful stuff by setting it in an open world. Especially if you were actually, like, demonstrating what changes
Right.
after all the different, like, fighting.
And that's, I mean, that's the thing. I agree, and but unfortunately,
So let's try not to fall behind.
from what we've seen,
Yeah, no falling behind.
we don't know yet
Got it.
if
9S.
What is it?
it's
Make
going to
sure
be
to do whatever
a
is necessary to avoid
persistent
how
and
will I
changing
provide
open
support to the
world,
squad
or
if I don't
if
fight?
the
Standard
combat
units such as
segments,
yourself are
if they're
not
just going to
designed for
remove
battle.
the loading
Right.
sections
Are you worried
between,
about me?
No,
you know,
I'm merely
the
pointing out that
mission,
you would be a
the regions
liability
and
on the
missions.
battlefield.
Well, if they make it
Wow,
persistent, I imagine they're gonna have to
harsh.
scale back like the scope of the story, because like
Yeah.
China's fucking huge.
Yeah,
It's a little ambitious to make an open world like, you know, environment
Be
of
advised,
China,
the target's appearance is
Right.
identical to
which
that of
you
the
then
other
have to
enemy.
cross by
Once you
horse.
approach,
but yeah,
It'd be even worse if they went back to like the old way of doing things, where only like certain high-ranking officer characters got horses, and everyone else had to
man,
fucking
you're just hoofing it.
walk. Yeah.
Me? Or does it say?
That'd be the worst. But can you?
11S to 9S, come in.
9S here. Go ahead.
Just
11s
about
to
wrapped up here.
9s.
How about you?
Just one left, I think.
Roger. Be sure to head back to the bunker when you're done so you can sync your data.
There's
Oh,
actually
right.
2 left. I don't know why it said
I forgot about that.
Until your combat data is uploaded, none of the scanner models can run updates.
Okay. I'll take care of it as soon as I'm done here.
Appreciate it.
Can't be hacked.
Oh, right, I think I have to fight
It is
him
not
a bit
possible
first.
to hack directly into the target Goliath-class machine life form.
Oh, okay.
Special software protection detected. Enemy is refusing access from anything other than machine life
Oh,
forms.
right, I have to hack
Proposal.
a machine.
Unit 9S
Oh,
should
and then
target
hack
the
it.
smaller
Yeah.
enemy and use it to hack the large
Oh, cool.
one.
A little multi-level hacking, huh?
Yeah, the
Exiting the planned operational area.
from what I've
Proposal.
seen of just,
Return
you
to
know, a
the
trailer and a
operational
little
area
bit of
immediately.
stuff, it's they made a big deal about how you're going to be out there a long time fighting dudes because the time of day is going to change. Like in a single mission, you'll be fighting in the morning, and then they're like, "Oh, look at our environment shift and all the lighting."
I'm the crappiest version of the robot. The one with the fucking, like, toy feet.
Yeah. Oh my god! I know that you were gonna fall off this bridge trying to jump to speed up the time.
I can do it!
Okay, you're on a course.
Yeah.
You're fine. Okay.
So yeah, the bridge is swaying a bit, but not enough that I should have to deviate from it.
But yeah, it's gonna be the time of day is gonna change while you're on missions. So theoretically, they'll be
Night
either
day cycle.
longer or day will not pass at a normal rate.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it'll be like Breath of the Wild.
yeah, probably. And also, there's that, and it's just like, okay, so we're over here.
That looks like
There's like a mountain way in the distance,
Unit 9S
and you
should
go
not
all the
be
way over
able
there
to
with no
intervene
loading
when the
screens, and then you
combat
fight like
situation
1,000
worsens.
guys.
Sounds like a plan.
So, as far as the story is concerned, no idea. I mean, I imagine after you're done, it'll probably... You know, I don't think a guy's going to be rendered in-game, like walk out to the field, give you the story, and then you just stay on the field and go to your next...
There we go. I was trying to remember how to ditch the crappy robot body.
But Wait, how did you come out of that? Were you...
You just kind of teleport to wherever the... Because
okay.
you can use that ability in combat.
Oh, alright.
Or you can try to use it, like, to be trickier.
Because, yeah, I was expecting you to be where you were when you hacked it. But then I was like, wait, did you jump inside?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I can't. I guess, can I not save on the moose?
No.
I shouldn't... Everybody knows that you can't save on top of a moose.
Yeah.
That's realism.
They don't want to... They want to avoid people corrupting the file and then creating a save file where you just always have a moose whenever you load and passing it around on the internet.
There's a bunch of shit like that you can do in Final Fantasy 6.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like, there's a well-known glitch you can do where you can, like... If you run through a huge chunk of the game without ever saving, after, like, you first get to the world map, you can finagle it so that you end up with the airship back at Narshi before you actually, like, go off and do anything.
Huh.
Yeah. And then, like a huge chunk of the world, like, is still closed off to you, because if you go and try to do certain things, then you're fucked. But yeah, you can use that and skip recruiting a shitload, like most of the characters, and pretty much just go, like, straight to the floating continent, the floating island.
Speaking of trying to break things, so people are, you know, in Breath of the Wild, people are like 3 heart challenging. They're just getting off the plateau, running straight to Ganon, and beating the game.
I didn't know, but I assumed, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so the war begins now.
Huh. Anyway, people are trying to figure out how to do the game sans paraglider. Because you can stasis glitch your way off of the plateau.
Oh, yeah, I guess you could.
And live without using the paraglider. But apparently it's written into the code that, like, if anything happens to you and you don't have the paraglider, it reloads you back onto the plateau.
I mean, that makes sense.
Like, if you know, including, there's a certain boundary. There's essentially an invisible wall around the plateau in a certain, you know, with a certain range. And if you simply travel too far away from the plateau, it checks to see if you have paraglider past the point. You know? Or it's more accurate to say that getting the paraglider tears down this invisible wall that checks you for paraglider when you pass it.
I see.
So,
tear down this paraglider, Mr. Gorbachev.
that's right. Make Hyrule great again. They have a wall.
I mean, Hyrule is predominantly white.
That's right.
And they're, like, the majority of their problems come from the colored folks. Damn Gorons and Gerudos.
Yeah. Those Zoras are okay, but those limey bastards get annoying.
So, I mean, I took down, like 90% of their air defense.
Yeah.
So, presumably they had a lot more shit
Yeah.
before I did that. This seems like quite a bit.
Oh no.
Oh, right. I have to back off for like 5 seconds while I do it.
Oh. Oh, you can just barrel roll past the lasers?
You can dodge. You have invincibility frames when you dodge.
Oh, okay.
It's like Bayonetta.
So if you just blow up each of these shooty bits, is there just a useless middle part that just sits there doing nothing?
Basically.
That's cool.
When I had to redo the intro after dying, I learned that you can just circle.
Oh wait, do it! Blow up the last one!
I'm trying.
Oh, he just gives up!
Yeah, he just runs away.
He's just like, well, fuck this.
Yeah, I learned that was actually the easiest way to fight them, but it doesn't work when you have two of them and they also shoot those big lasers.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the early part of the game, that's the easiest way to deal with them. You just circle strafe them and you keep hitting them.
So, what deemed armor, actually? This seems like something they should have had the whole time.
Well, I mean, because now we're going into, like, war.
Oh, okay.
War were declared.
And a few squads have already engaged.
I mean, armor's not really useful outside of war.
Exactly.
Provide support as necessary.
Limits mobility.
I forwarded our squad's current positions to your map. You should head over.
That's
there
not true,
ASAP.
by the way, guys. Anybody that... Because there's way too many people on the internet that go, you know, medieval European knights were like the tank class. If medieval Europe was an RPG, knights would be the tanks. And, you know, that's true. But armor was not that heavy and did not limit your mobility.
No.
Very much at all.
Armor was really good until gunpowder rendered it to be completely useless.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, if you did not have a gun and you went up against a dude in like full plate mail, you were fucked.
Yeah. And you cannot penetrate that crap with swords. Like, you either aim for the gaps in the plating or the face, or you just blunt your weapon.
Yeah, jet fuel cannot melt steel beams.
On the on the armor. But
So, this fight sequence was way tougher when I first played it, because you'll notice I'm fighting like level 57 dudes.
Right.
And I completed the game at level 56. And
Right.
the levels do not change.
Yeah.
So, I was actually like level like 20-something, 30-something.
I mean, it's weird, but now that you're actually dressed for combat, you seem to be doing better at it.
I think you're just magic feathering.
I probably. No, yeah, you're right. You're right.
I've been awesome at combat the whole time.
No, I know. I just...
Except when that fucking boar robot, that animal keeper robot had like 30 levels on it.
Oh, yeah.
Because fuck
We'll
that
join
guy.
you and provide further backup.
Oh,
No, I've
moose!
been blowing up the moose!
Oh, why?
This is Unit 8.
So I'm not gonna get it because I don't want to waste the time, but if you go too far outside the combat area, you get a bad ending here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Like you ran away?
yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's just, the Yorha forces tried their best, but you ran away like a coward, something like that. I got it by accident because there's a point after this where they're like, no, we're being attacked by shit, but there were no like indicators on the map, so I assumed that I just had to go and find like whatever it was that was attacking my team, and I went too far. And it turns out all I had to do was just hang around for a bit and it would have shown up.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that wasn't cool because this is kind of a long sequence when you're super underleveled. You know, thankfully I'm overleveled now. Also, I did not have super Wolverine healing.
Yeah.
At that point, I had like really good Wolverine healing. But endgame chips really do make a difference.
Alright. We are mowing down the vile machines in droves.
Yep. For the glory of mankind. Hey, I leveled up.
We're heading out to support the next squad.
Understood. We'll join you there and lend a hand.
Alright.
Man, I can't see a thing.
Alert.
Open you. Take the damn blindfold off your eyes.
Seriously.
Why are they
This is 3B, Captain of Theta Squadron.
Ah, shit, they got big O,
The
we're
enemy machines
fucked.
are multiplying in front of us. We can't hold this position.
Well, we should be fighting those ones. We should trade with them.
Yeah, right.
Because...
Like, I'll give up the giant robot fight if you guys want to come. If you guys want to tag in, by all means.
Because, you know, I realized that this whole android versus machine war is supposed to be... I mean, it seems as though it's a quality versus quantity thing, and we're just losing the quantity. But, actual gameplay just, you know, makes it hard to remember that.
I mean, it was quality versus quantity at one point, but the machines have been evolving for a long time at this point.
Okay.
I mean, Adam and Eve represent pretty much the definitive representation of you know, now machines have quality.
Right.
And quantity. I think this is the part I was talking about, because, like...
Oh, so you just have to chill until guys show up?
I think I just have to chill, yeah.
Because you're in a orange, like, zone on your mini-map.
Like,
so,
shit's
like...
Oh, is there fighting over there? Yeah, that's... Okay, that's where it is.
Oh, okay, we missed... We just missed a couple of enemies.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Oh, there's a chest.
Hey!
2B. We've
Good, I got a
new
medium
enemies in the
recovery.
region.
No.
They've
Remember
got
last time I
hardcore
used recovery?
I know, right?
and are giving them one hell of a fight. Can you get over there and provide support ASAP?
So are you at capacity, or can you stick more more Wolverine chips into yourself at this point?
If I went through and, like, actually, like, tried to optimize my chip setup, I could probably squeeze in some more. Like, I haven't optimized my load in a long time, even before I beat the game.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure, yeah, I could go and squeeze in more stuff. I was actually thinking that before the next session, I'd probably do that just to ensure I'm at, like, maximum efficiency. Well, I need to fight robots, but you guys aren't the right robots, apparently. I gotta fight the...
Yeah, the orange marked one.
Unit 2B. We're in position.
So remember how that operator was, like, really eager about getting a hold of Eve's data?
Right.
No reason.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to remind you that that was a plot point.
9S.
I mean, hey, if you can reverse engineer that crap, maybe we can be magic.
Yeah? Certainly nothing bad will happen, like 9S getting corrupted by shit. That was probably a fluke.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't think there's no reason for it to happen again.
What was that?
Now it's fun time. I like Pez dispensers.
Get EMP'd.
Yeah, get EMP'd, bitches.
Are you okay?
Let my guard down.
Alright, I do hate having to switch my chipsets. It's mildly annoying.
EMP hit me point blank.
But now we're gonna do the scout style.
I'll provide backup.
So if you
So,
get empty.
yeah, if I don't get out of the area of effect, they empty.
Okay, and what do you just get immobilized for?
Well, see, like, my visual sensors are all fucked up now,
Oh, I gotcha.
and it'll get worse if I keep letting it happen. But thankfully, I have the all-purpose solution of exploding people,
There's
Yeah.
no end to it.
which also damages the people around them.
Yeah. Oh, that's a tough guy. I like that you get corruption inside the hacking module as well.
Yeah, it's nice consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah, thankfully the hacking is like a one-hit kill on whatever I actually hack.
Yeah.
And because I have the combustion chip, it'll also explode the people around.
So, you know, I mean, I don't know about you, but I haven't gotten sick of the hacking yet. Like, this is still cool.
Because you're not playing the hacking.
Oh, okay. Or maybe it's just my natural propensity towards liking bullet hells.
That too. Yeah, I'm actually not a bullet hell guy. Which is a shame because, god damn it, I'm fucking trapped back here.
Well, you actually did it right, though.
Apparently, yeah. Which is a shame, but like I was saying, which is a shame because two of my favorite games, this one and Undertale, are both very bullet hell.
Yeah.
Bullet hell-esque.
You know who's great at bullet hells?
Corwin?
Corwin.
Corwin's quite good at bullet hell from what I hear.
Yeah.
I also hear he really likes Undertale.
Yeah. Oh, no. Okay, you made it. He's not Chris level at bullet hells, though.
I mean, he wouldn't be able to be.
Yeah, nobody can... I miss Chris. When is that guy gonna come back from Scotland?
When Scotland becomes a country, I guess.
Frickin' get your rehab done, Chris. You can't run from this.
His rehabilitation for being a Scotsman?
Yeah. He's gonna go to...
Well, that's what we're hoping for.
Yeah, he is Irish.
Hoping he'll come back with a bowl of Lucky Charms in one hand and a potato in the other.
You know, I got him when he came back from Scotland the first time. Did you see? I think he posted to Facebook. Did you see the care package I got him?
No, no, I didn't see
The
that.
first time he came back from Scotland, I didn't know he was gonna run away again, or I would have waited, you know, for him to come back for reals. But when he came back and I thought he was here for good, I got him a bar of Irish Spring soap, a box of Lucky Charms cereal, and an Irish potato.
Awesome. I'm sure he was thrilled to receive it.
Yeah. He posted it on Facebook. He was so happy.
You should have gotten him like a pennant or something that said like "Go Aberdeen."
Why didn't she get him before they closed her?
Yeah.
Yeah, what the hell, Evan?
Well, I couldn't. Those are hard to find.
Well, when I come back from Ireland, I'm assuming you're gonna get me a pot of gold.
Yeah.
That's the only gift I'll accept.
Oh, okay.
Is this
Oh no.
a wide area virus?
Alright. This is where you re-upload and self-destruct, guys.
Well,
Just blow up before the corruption kicks in.
there's a bit of a problem with
Survival
that.
attack. The EMP must have triggered.
I mean, you could hack into them and then fix it, too.
But then 9S risks exposure.
I mean, you know, yeah, but somebody just... The best part about having your consciousness somewhere else is being able to kill yourself.
Well, the problem is that it's probably on the cloud now. Remember, we gave the operator the data.
Oh,
For
well,
you.
oh, yeah. Okay.
So the whole system is compromised. I mean, probably.
Yeah, no, it's a good point.
Except it's totally happening in front of us, so... At most, I'm spoiling what'll happen in 3 minutes.
Alright, so we gotta go kill the operator?
They've been infected and taken over.
No. Wait, what? Attack functions aren't working.
That's because of their Yorha IDs.
Oh,
2B,
right.
I need to hack into you and fry your identification circuit.
Do it.
Freaking, the virus seems to have severely diminished their combat abilities.
Yeah. I mean, they can't even witch time. Hey, look, now we can murder anyone we want.
Good.
Pod, report our status to command.
That is actually, there's a really interesting game that I hope we play one day.
I located the
Called
unit
The
that's jamming
Fall.
our comms.
Got it.
And
I think I've seen that one.
you play as an AI, and being an AI, you're limited by certain protocols. And a big part of the game is figuring out how to put yourself in situations where breaking protocol is the only option. So your failsafe goes, okay, you're allowed.
Oh, that's very Asimovian.
Yeah.
At one, do you ever get like permission to authorization to use your power bombs?
If you had any, I'm sure you would. Oh, and they, what is it? In the fan Metroid 2 remake, speaking of power bombs, they actually pulled off an homage to Other M. Because at the end, when you're fighting the Queen Metroid, there's a point where she swallows you, and none of your crap works, or like, nothing except your power bombs work, but people that didn't play Other M are like, what the fuck, I can't do anything. And people that played Other M are just like, oh yeah, my power bomb here, because... In Other M, spoilers, guys, you get eaten by a Queen Metroid, and your only way out is to... You don't actually receive authorization to do it, but you're supposed to infer at that point that the only way I don't die here is to use my power bombs. And so even though you didn't get authorization, you just try it and it works anyways.
See, that demonstrates Samus growing as a character, because she realizes she doesn't need authorization to save her own life.
And at that point, Adam, her CO is dead.
Oh, there you go. See,
So nobody's actually above her at that
She
point.
became an actualized woman because everyone who could boss her around died.
Yeah.
Just like a real feminist.
But then immediately after that fight, Well, no. Immediately after the, second stage of that fight, I suppose you could loosely call it the second stage of that fight, the Galactic Military, or the Galactic Federation just shows up again and promptly reasserts their command.
Oh.
And is like, okay, Samus, you're done. Stand down. Or I'll kill you with my, 100 guys.
Well, I mean, a power bomb affects the whole screen, so just,
Yeah.
go into the center of their fleet and just power bomb.
She could. She had the capability to murder them all, but the game decided that Samus was not a murderer.
That's bullshit.
And you submitted.
Well, if Other M was still canon, I'm sure that would be, the justification for the next game as to why she can't use her shit.
Yeah, and I mean, issues with Samus's character aside, which is at the core of a lot of people's dislike, I did like the fact that some convenient accident didn't fry all my systems. I just agreed to not use stuff until I'm told, because I was part of an op.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played Other M, and I'm not a Metroid fan, but I think that I like that they attempted to explain why she couldn't use her shit in a reasonable way.
Yeah.
Even if it was mansplaining as fuck.
Yeah. And in all honesty, there was only one instance where that didn't quite. There was only one instance where it was clunky. And people cite that one single instance every single time where they're like, oh, see, this is stupid. And it's just like, come up with one other example, and they can't do it.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but I always see the same thing cited for criticizing the authorization system, and also the ruining of her character. The example of that is always that she saw Ridley and freaked the fuck out.
Yeah,
because Samus is a super tough badass and should not suffer from PTSD.
Yeah, and I mean honestly, there's nothing wrong with having PTSD of one specific thing when that thing came to your colony as a kid and killed everything except you.
Yeah, knowing nothing about Other M or really Metroid at all at that point, when George was complaining to me about that, that's exactly what I rationalized it as. Well,
yeah.
I mean, she's got PTSD or something, right?
Yeah. It's, somebody can have PTSD and still be a badass heroine.
Yeah.
And there was only one time when it was clunky with the authorization, and it was just because it's a game. And it literally was. It was just, hey, it's a game. In order to make the gameplay a little more exciting here, you can't use this, and now you can. It's stupid. It's absolutely dumb.
Alright, well,
anyway.
Much as I'd like to keep playing, because cool shit's going to happen, we'll just have to wait for next week.
Alright, cool. We will see you guys. Stuff's about to get real, I guess.
See you guys.